mark them all, show on map. We've basically now created a route that you can put onto your Garmin units. So now I'm going to start to rename them. For example, I'm just going to left click twice. I'm going to call this leg 2 of our trip. And again, this is a problem that the Basecamp's got at the moment. If another route in another folder is called leg 2, it will come up with it already exists. So I'm going to try and call this TR2. If I choose that one, I'm going to call this TR1, so for trip 1. TR1. This part is our TR4. And this one is our TR3. So now it's a little bit more in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our final destination is Annecy for this trip. So I'm going to click the zoom tool and I'm going to go into Annecy. And like so. Now I want to try and find a hotel in this area. What I can do is press Command F and then in my advanced button choose lodging and hotel motel, search, and then more searches. So I've got a lot of hotels here I can choose from, but which one? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to my Safari, bookings.com, it's the one I usually use, and I'm just going to type in here Annecy, France. Dates, yeah, let's say July, this is just to get some idea, July 13, and if I'm going to stay there 3 or 4 days, I'm just going to say search for that. And then I've got a good range of hotels with good range of prices. Let's say I'm on a budget, but still would like to choose something, you know, I've got 2-star, 3-star hotels. So I want a high rating, high starred, and you know, this one just jumps out. Atlas, Annecy South, very good, 8's the highest ratings. It's got a 3 stars. So I'm going to try and click on this. For 2 people, €237. So that looks like very good. Let's say I want to order that one. I book it, and then for the 3 nights, €237, and then I just see where it is. So it's a little bit away from the lake, but you know, it's a cheap hotel and everything. So Eau de Aux Les Bains. Right. So go back to that. Zoom into that area. Here I can choose some more detail because I want some. Like so. And wasn't it up here somewhere? Oh dear. Here we go. So now I'll go to waypoints, press on the hotel, and close that down. And basically I open up my day 4, I delete NEC3, and I would also delete the waypoint in the sea and put the hotel in instead, like so. So going into the route again, and I can see that I've got my hotel there. And I can right click on this and see the whole route for that day. Double click, 183 miles. So that's basically how you find a hotel in that specific area. Okay, so now I've just plugged in my Garmin, and I'm just gonna remove this like so. Extend this again. So now I've plugged in my Garmin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer all of these. So, and if you look at the maps, you have to see that you've got London, you've got a bit of France, actually France and England maps on this. So what I'll do is transfer, send trip to device. I also want the waypoints, so I'll just do that. Garmin 500s, I want to send the tracks, the waypoints, yeah, and send maps with map install when I've done that. So I'll press send on that, communicating, transfer complete, and now my Garmin map install is installed. I'll have to press my unit ID, continue, and what you'll notice here is that I've got a lot of this area which I'm going to have to take off, but that really doesn't matter. I'm just going to put them back on again because it's taking all these maps that I'm going to need but it can't fit on the actual Garmin unit. So I need to go back to advanced map building, transfers may take longer. I need to cancel, continue cancelling, and I'm going to have to go to untitled, and basically my untitled here is my SD card, which is 4 gigabytes. So if I say continue here, it will only transfer these maps and only those maps, like so. And you can see you've got a load of place here, so I tend to fill up a little bit, like so. And my area as well. So just under a gig, and I say send maps. Now this is going to take a long time, so I'll just start it up again when it's finished. Press confirm on that. Installing maps, preparing, data time 2 hours. I'm at 14:28. Let's see how long it takes. And now it's transferring. So again, when it gets there, I'll start her up again. So I'm in with 29 seconds to go. Right, so that's it. So that was the installation process. The next thing you'll have to do is, and I don't have a screen capture for, yeah, okay. I don't have a screen capture for the Zumo as yet, so it's actually quite warm. And the first thing it will ask you is new data found. Would you like to manage this data now? You say yes to that. And then you go into roots. And then you find your TR1, TR2, TR3, TR4. And you press import. 80%, 90%. So that's it. So where to? Roots. So everything works fine on that. There are no errors in importing onto the Garmin. So that was it. If you have any questions or any queries, just write it down below. And thank you for listening.